Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Right Reality Podcast. My name is Stephen.
And my name is Mixie. Hello, we're back.
Hey, there
Yay.
she is. How you doing? How you feeling?
Much better. I had a bacteria that destroyed me, but I am back and better than ever.
Woo! Let's go. Let's go, baby.
We love bacteria.
Oh, bacteria for the win.
Yeah, always.
Yeah, it's just like, hey, I'm here, kicking you in the face. Like, what are you going to do about it? The answer is absolutely nothing. You're going to have to go see a doctor.
Yeah.
You can't do anything
I'm
about
going to
it.
get wrecked is what I'm going to do.
Yeah, I'm going to lay here and get absolutely wrecked.
Uh-huh.
And that's what it is. And that's what bacteria does. And shout out bacteria.
Shout out bacteria. At least I'm skinny now. Hey.
Ooh, yeah.
Glass half full. That's me. Very positive.
Yeah, you don't need Wegovy or whatever the other one is.
No.
Just get a bacteria infection,
Yeah.
guys.
Just ruin your innards.
Yeah. I mean, that's something we've always been pro podcast about is ruining your innards.
Absolutely.
And that's, you know what? Honestly, it's taken that while for bacteria to jump on the number one, and I'm glad it's finally made it.
Sponsored by bacteria.
Sponsored by bacteria. Free promo. Absolutely free promo.
Yeah, free promo.
You know?
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
what you get. Get skinny with bacteria. This promo is brought to you by the Bacteria, Coalition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pro
The Super
bacteria.
PAC. Pro Bacteria podcast right here.
Well, Stephen, I'm pumped to be back because somebody finally watched the show that I've been pushing on them for quite some time.
Yeah. How does it feel?
It feels great. And it feels almost as good as the Venmo you owe me because Bachelor in Paradise doesn't exist.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Uh-huh.
But here's the thing about Perfect Match, which you got me to finally watch.
Perfect match, everybody. Yay! Spoilers ahead if you have not watched. We're going to discuss Perfect Match.
You might want to check the episode description because we're going to talk a little bit about Perfect Match. We're going to talk a little bit about the season 40 cast has officially been announced.
Woo!
And then we'll get to, I think we have 2 advice things that we're going to squeeze into this podcast. So a few different things. So if you want to you're not a Perfect Match person, you want to go right to 40, head to the episode description, check the timestamp, and then you'll be well on your way to enjoying the rest of the number one. So yeah, I watched Perfect Match.
So happy for you. How do you feel?
I have mixed feelings about Perfect Match.
Honestly, I think that's a sign of a good reality show.
Because I want to love it.
You don't love it?
No, there's so many things about it where I'm just like, ugh.
There are flaws. Should we go right into the flaws?
Yeah, what flaws do you have? Because we haven't really talked about it. I've said why I didn't like it last year.
Yeah.
But what are your ones this year?
I mean, the premise of like winning the show, I think, is really where the major issues lie.
Yeah.
There's so many issues within that. Like the reward is you get a trip. Like nobody wants a trip. They want money. But I guess they're trying to do it where you'd have to be with that person. So like I guess that's the only thing that they're doing to make it seem like it's actually about a match and not about just like winning the show. I mean, the ending was insane, and I think it showed the big flaw in this show that you're having the people that got dumped vote. So obviously they have certain feelings about certain people. All of us know that is it Stephen and
Alara
should have won. Now, granted, now we are out of it, and allegedly he ghosted her. He love bombed her and then disappeared. So glad they didn't win. I mean, nobody should have won.
Nobody should have won. Nobody should have won. The fact that a couple who literally got coupled up, I think 7 minutes before they recorded that, won the show.
Yeah.
With one guy who had been rejected basically 3 times.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
He got brought in, went away immediately, came back for the second thing, went away immediately, came back in for the last one, which again makes absolutely no sense.
Yeah.
We're going to bring all of them back to have the boys' day, girls' day out. Everybody's in play.
I think that caused great drama.
I don't mind that, but then it's like, we're going to go back and you're going to have one more session where you get to pick somebody to come in this late in the game. No.
Yeah, I agree that was That was bullshit. If they were to do that, which they obviously did, I think it should have been new people.
Yes.
And then I could have been more interested in that. But like, I fast forwarded that last episode. I fast forwarded through
Horrific.
80% of it.
Horrific.
I don't know what any of them did on their dates. I do not care what they did on their dates. I don't care what they talked about. The last episode should be everybody in the house partying and then the final.
Yep.
It doesn't make any sense to me.
It has to go right from the big pool party thing to picking the perfect match.
Yes.
The fact that the eliminated people who clearly have an axe to grind with some people get the same level of vote of somebody who's been in the house and be able to see all the relationships should not. Like the girl who I found to be absolutely stunning, pink hair girl, who I don't remember her name.
Oh, yeah. She's beautiful. She's super cool.
Oh, my God. That's like one of those people you see and you like look away because you're like, oh, what are you? Like, what alien are you? She got one vote, but somebody who's been in the house all the time, like Micah, also gets one vote.
Yep.
It's just alarming to me from the concept.
Yeah.
I get that it's a reality show and none of these couples were actually going to make it outside the show. I know better than that.
They're for how many at this point? 2 seasons, 0 couples.
A billion. Oh, let's get people from the UK and the US and see if these reality stars will want to be in a committed relationship outside when nearly all of their body counts are over 100. Let's see how that goes.
Yeah, I'm so shocked that these didn't work out afterwards.
Oh my God. And now everybody, you've sent me like 7 Reddit threads that I've been perusing. And I'm like, oh, that guy didn't stay with you? Mm-hmm. Oh, you couldn't make it work outside. Oh, the girl looking for her 15 minutes of fame is still popping off about this a year and a half later. Great way of trying to say it's not about 15 minutes.
We need to discuss Melinda because Melinda, we all know Melinda from All-Star Shore. And we all know how Stephen and I feel about Melinda.
I don't even want to say her name. You can say her name. Her name will not come out of my mouth.
But the thing that surprised me out of all of this, honestly, none of her actions or the things that she did surprised me at all. Did you know she was the host of Dated and Related? Why the fuck is she the host of a Netflix show?
I don't know who she has blackmail material on.
A lot of people.
But she's got some.
A ton of it.
And I watched just that. They're like, oh, she was the host on this show. I'm like, excuse me. First of all, never heard of the show. Second of all, she came out. I was like, not a great host. Not a great host.
Shock. The shock in all of that.
Fundamentally, the host of a show should not be interested in one of the people on the show. Feel like we're having some issues potentially when this could arise.
I feel like that's complete bullshit. She never had any sort of interest in that fucking guy at all. She just wanted in the house. That was complete and utter bullshit.
Can we not put her on any other shows, please?
Please, petition. I'm over it.
Change.org. Somebody create a change.org thing. Send it to me. We'll post it on our socials. Get her off the television shows I watch. Just give her own little universe. If she wants to have her own little universe of shows called My 15 Minutes Are Not Over, her and Chanel West Coast can have their own little show together.
That is a great duo. My ears would bleed.
Because Chanel West Coast, as I found out today, has her own show on MTV coming up. Mixie, I want you to take a guess at what the name of Chanel's West Coast TV show is called on MTV.
World's Most Annoying Laugh.
Very close. Take another stab at it.
I'm blonde and I'm annoying.
Those both would be better titles.
What is it?
Than MTV's The West Coast Hustle.
What is it even about?
You don't want to know.
You're right. I don't. As soon as I asked it, I was like, I hope he says it quickly.
It's a docu-series. Oh, let me read the press release to you.
It's a docu-series.
These poor people at MTV who had to write a write-up, a press release about this.
Oh, no.
MTV announced today the series premiere of The West Coast Hustle, a new docu-series starring, and guess what? Executive produced. Listen how they start
I
this.
could guess this.
Listen how they start this to tell you that she's 100% involved at signing off this press release. Okay, here we go. A new docuseries starring and executive produced, red flag number 1, by recording artist, red flag number 2, and TV personality Chanel West Coast.
Oh my God.
You know what I don't think of her as? Recording artist.
I think that I might need to explore whatever the fuck that is at a later date, because I can only imagine how bad that is.
It chronicles Chanel's life, capturing all its exciting and memorable moments. Doubtful. Fans get an intimate look at her journey as she navigates the challenge of her new favorite full-time gig, motherhood, while simultaneously pursuing her music career.
Hold on.
I knew you didn't know.
She reproduced? There needs to be laws. Oh, gosh.
You know when celebrities are like, yeah, my kid turned 12, so I finally showed them the movie I was in and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, that's mommy being like Cinderella, whatever. At what point does Chanel sit her child down and go, this is how mommy got famous. She got smacked in the face with a kickball on Rob Dyrdek's show.
That was when she was good, though. That I enjoyed her during that
great.
time.
And then she was like, oh, Rob put me on this show. I'm going to pretend I'm bigger than I am.
We've just been downhill from there.
Just downhill. And then this is the second show where mommy got upset about a lot of things when somebody came on stage. What was it, Charlemagne? And got in a fight with Charlemagne. Charlemagne's like, I don't know who you are. Sit down. Fantastic. But this is mommy's show. And then the kid's like, why do you laugh that way? Why are they only barely showing you?
I don't enjoy any of this. I want to change my last name.
It's great that I get to see Uncle Rob all the time on TV because he's funny. But how many episodes of these did you make, Mom? 7,000? That seems a lot.
Good Lord.
I think she left that show, by the way. Juggling her personal life with her boyfriend, Dom, a high-pressure career, and maintaining friendships, Chanel is determined to hustle and have it all.
Okay, I'm going to say this right now. If this show gets more viewers than McDynasty, I'm going to be so pissed.
Well, this is one of the shows that is potentially taking a spot away from All Star Shore.
We're not going to get into that right now.
Okay.
I don't want to get into that right now.
All
Let's
right.
go back to what we were originally talking about, which was Perfect Match. I also want to touch on Xanthi is an icon. I love her. She didn't kiss anybody. It was sick during the kissing challenge.
Did she? Oh, that's right. She didn't. She
Hilarious.
turned her face to the side.
Fucking hilarious. She didn't. She sniffed out all these guys for being just like the fucking worst. It was just like, I'm gonna just be here.
Let's be honest here. Not so hard to do, Mixie. You're giving her credit for walking in a room and looking at the guys and being like, I don't think any of these guys are great.
Well, I will say on the flip side, I say Xanthi is my favorite female, and Justin?
Is that the guy who just left?
Yeah.
Icon.
He's Green Flag City. Green
Icon.
Flag City.
Love that guy.
I loved him. He's hot. He's chill. He's funny. He didn't cause any fucking problems. Elise was an absolute bitch to him, and he was just like, all right, I'm out. And he left, and he didn't show up for the final because he's like, I don't want to do any of this shit. Fuck you guys. Two of the only two good people on the show.
I kind of coast on it. Oh, Micah.
I like Micah, but she's a little flat. Not in the chest.
No. How dare you?
I was clarifying. Not in the chest, but definitely sometimes I feel like she just kind of disconnected. I mean,
yeah.
I get it though. You're in a house being filmed 24/7. I think we're just used to these coked out, crazy ass fucking hot to handle people. And that's why. But I didn't dislike her. I just think at some points I was like, are you there?
But that's what I respected about her, because she seemed like an actual human being.
Yes.
And I'm trying to maybe find someone outside of here. I'm kind of playing by the rules of the game. she got treated kind of horribly.
Yeah, Kaz sucks.
Kaz sucks, and then allowed him to come back, and then they're like, oh, we're good. I'm like, and the excuse was sometimes this happens in relationships, and I'm like, but you're not in a relationship. You're not really in a relationship, girl.
I'm sorry. Sometimes you play a game where you know you're going to make out with not the person you're with, and then you go to a different girl and ask to match with her out of nowhere, obviously blackout drunk. And then you go back to the original person because you realize the one you matched with is kind of crazy.
Kind of crazy?
I got you.
I got you. New leaf. I dislike that girl very much.
Yeah, same.
Whatever her name was.
Christine, I think.
Sure. Sucked.
I just don't understand people that like get off on taking somebody's guy. I don't get that.
She was like trying to do what everybody else did, right? Mm-hmm. When they come in, it's like, I'm going to have a conversation. But she was laying it on too much.
Yeah.
But everybody knew that. Everybody was like, yeah, she's just trying to get in. She's just trying to get in the house, like, understandably. And he just fell for it. He's like, here's something new and fun.
I just think he was drunk.
You think he was?
Yeah, I think he was super fucking drunk and was just horny.
Speaking about drunk people, when Micah had to go match with the guy who was in the first day.
Izzy! I love him.
Izzy is great. When she had to go match with Izzy because Kaz matched with her, Izzy was so convinced he was going home, he drank every piece of alcohol in that house. And then she's like, can we talk? And he's like, yeah. And she's like, so I think you've been seeing what's going on. He's like, yeah.
I definitely know what's going on, for sure.
He's like, yeah, I saw that. She's like, so do you want to match? Sure, I'll match. His face was so red. It's very clear. He may have not even remembered having that conversation with her and woke up in the bed with her and was like, what happened?
Yeah. No,
What happened?
He just kept being like, you're really in your head. But I think he was just like, I can't follow anything you're saying.
So actually, you know what? Great advice for a guy to give in that situation all the time.
He's grade A. I'm not attracted to him at all. So that's why he didn't get a Justin level, because Justin's hot as fuck. But
yeah, Justin just piecing out and saying all that stuff to her. That was the moment I changed on her. I liked her all the way up until that point.
Oh, really? You liked her with the Harry situation?
Yeah, I didn't mind that at all. Because it's Harry. That's the noise Mixie makes when her computer just turns off mid-recording. Even though she claims full battery was plugged into the charger.
Don't she claims. Believe women.
Whoa. Whoa.
Well, anyways, what I was trying to get at before my computer rudely exploded, Harry and the Elise situation with Elise. Yeah. Okay, so Elise was mad at Micah because they brought in somebody that was perfectly Harry's type.
Yes.
I would be thanking Micah if I was Elise. Okay. You have figured out that this guy that you clearly are like head over heels for because she had a vendetta against him the rest of the season.
Yeah.
You are finding out early that he's not actually interested in you. So why are you so mad at this girl? She saved you from falling even further into the Harry hole, and you got out pretty scot-free, all things considered. Was Harry a dick during that entire thing? Absolutely, but it's Harry Jowsey.
Yeah, what did you think you were getting? And I think I gave her leeway in that because I don't think she thought Micah did it purposely, even though she kind of was like,
she did. She fucked over Micah later. She sent Kaz on that date.
Well, she did that to get back at her. She's playing the game of trying to break up the group. However, I don't know. I don't believe that Micah goes, I know what Harry Jowsey's type is, and it's this girl who is also on the show that I was on. I don't think Micah knows what Harry Jowsey's type is.
I'm pretty sure she literally said that when they went into the boardroom. Like, this is Harry's type to a
Oh,
T.
okay. Well, then that's the situation, right?
But still, she's saving you, girl.
Yes, she saved you. I don't like the fact that Harry was trying to be like, I think he was questioning whether like, oh, you're like falling for me, like we're not like making out. She's like, I don't rush into things. Meanwhile, at the end of the season, she's just like straight on banging that guy all the time.
Yeah, the worst guy on
the
planet
worst
Earth.
guy on the show by far.
Yeah.
By far. The fact that he got back into the show infuriated me so much. And that's what made me turn on her. Because she was with Justin?
Yes. She had the hottest guy. The best dude.
She had Justin. And here's what I learned. This told me so much about our dating culture watching this show. That I have something good.
Yeah.
But I could have something better because something better is maybe more exciting than what I have now. Not that what I have now is not good.
But the timeline of it is crazy. Like, what, 6 days? You're already like, I need something more exciting than this?
Yeah. Because, listen, I understand. Justin appeared to be kind of a wet noodle. He did not appear to be, like, exciting in any way. He didn't really appear to be, like, laying on the propaganda and stuff like that. He was just like a chill dude.
Yeah.
And I think she was kind of like, listen, nothing that I get here is working outside of this show. So while I'm here shooting this television show, I want to have a little fun. And right now, this is not fun. I'm not having fun. It's like I'm in a 5-year-old relationship already. Yeah. And I think that's why she decided to change it up. But the fact that she matched up with him before and then went and told him later and wasn't like, oh, you're not going to have a conversation with me, which I'm pretty sure she said to Harry at some point. Just the way it was handled. And I just love how he's like, she's like, did you match with him?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I want to did you match with him? Yes. All right. Then we don't have anything else to talk about. But
again, a king.
Oh, I recorded my whole reaction to that. That will be coming out on TikTok soon.
Oh,
Fantastic.
Okay, fine. If she's bored, okay. But also, you're playing the game. Let's match with the guy that everybody fucking hates.
Yeah. Terrible. Nobody likes that guy.
No. And they shouldn't. He sucks.
He sucks. He sucks so bad.
Ugh.
Would you have said, like, when the show started, that somebody was going to look worse than Harry Jowsey on a dating show?
I saw that guy on Squid Game, so when I saw that he was on the show, I did think there was some competition, to be honest with you.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense.
Harry Jowsey's at least, like, fun to watch. This guy just sucks.
He just sucked.
Ugh.
And what made me nervous, Mixie, about this was these are the types of guys and girls who are purposely left on shows like this.
Yeah.
To create content. And he went away pretty quickly after their fights. They disappeared. I was like, thank God that I don't have to continue to watch him to be an absolute horrible garbage person.
Yes, absolutely.
For the rest of this television show.
I agree with that.
The last flaw I want to bring up, and then we can move on to season 40, is just like Bachelor in Paradise. The format gets stale pretty quickly. Because once you get about 4 or 5 weeks in, and I want to say this was episode 6, 7, none of the couples changed. Yep. They brought people in, and I was like, nothing's going to happen here.
Yep.
And to me, at that point, that's where the show just becomes like, okay, we can do this in 8 episodes. I think this was 10, but I was like, nothing's going to change here. Nothing's really going to change. Mm-hmm. These people are happy being with the other person.
Yeah.
And that's what it is. So I was like gutting myself through these last 2 episodes just to get to the end. You know what I mean? So
yeah, I mean, that's why I think Love Island has a fantastic format and why it is so successful. Because once these couples get super tight, they send them over to that other house and then they bring in a bunch of new people.
It's almost like what I said Bachelor in Paradise should be doing.
Exactly. And to be honest with you, Perfect Match should too. They have a plethora of people to choose from to put on this show.
Yeah.
Like, don't act like you only have these certain amount of people. Like, you can get a bunch more people if you wanted to. Put the people that are happily in a couple in a house, bring all these single people in, have a whole new batch start halfway through, and then then things can implode at that house, and people can decide to come back or go over there, meet somebody over there. They're in a couple that they're happy with. Oh shit, I like that. Way more entertaining. I hesitate to say this because I say the opposite for the challenge all the time. There should have been more people on this show.
You mean in terms of that's like in the house at one time?
I think in the house at one time.
Yeah.
And also who we're bringing in, because we were recycling people.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
At the end, too. But again, I get it. I got it up until like the Boys and Girls Day. That should have been episode like 4. And then after Boys and Girls Day, that's when the new house starts. All the people that didn't get matched with, all these new people come in. They start a second house.
You're right. If they move up that Girls and Boys Day to like the 4th episode before all these couples are solidified,
yes,
then you have this big kind of mixer. And then when people go to the boardroom, they're like, do you remember the way so-and-so and so-and-so were like looking at each other?
Exactly.
Let's try this. Again, this is what we do at the number one. We're like fucking scientists of reality shows.
Always fixing problems.
We just look, we dissect, we create theses, and then we solve problems. Honestly, where's our Nobel fucking Prize?
I'm waiting for it. I think they have my wrong address.
Probably. I think there's a ceremony. We did get invited to the ceremony.
Well, we didn't get invited to the ceremony of the challenge season 40 being announced.
Yeah, we didn't get that email. So, I got to find out on social? What do we do?
I'm definitely not on Reddit, and I'm definitely not scanning Twitter, and I definitely didn't already know this was the theme and generally the people that were on it. But still.
But I didn't. And when I see the season 40 list and the photos, and I get the reward of not knowing that Emily has returned, it is a euphoric feeling. I think I ran to you in the back and was like, oh my God, Emily is on this show. Emily is on this show.
And what was my reaction, Stephen?
You're like, yeah, I knew that weeks ago, months ago. And I'm like, no. Don't take this from me because you can't not wait to watch shit.
I'm sorry. I have to know what's going on.
But you don't have to know what's going on. That's what I'm trying to say. Go cold turkey it.
I can't.
Cold turkey it.
It's not me. It's outside of me. It's not my fault.
It can be. That sounds like what an alcoholic would say.
Well, I'm definitely not that either. Speaking of,
whoa,
I was at a party yesterday.
And
I'm sitting there talking to my friend, and then across the table, I just hear, "Oh, I don't know. I think Era 3 has it in the bag," and I just like my head just like, "Whoa!" And
is that a hottie?
I yell across the table. I go, "Hold on, are you guys talking about the challenge?" And it was like 6 people, and they were all like, "Yeah, we have a group chat. We love it." I was like,
"What?
Move over. Your girl
friends.
is in the conversation now." But yeah, I had a talk with the youth about the challenge. Apparently still alive and well, which makes me so happy. I could not believe, Stephen, I've been waiting to tell you this.
Okay,
hold on.
We have to pause quickly. Are they listening right now?
They might be. I did tell them about the podcast, and they were like, what the hell? I told them I got screeners, and they were freaking out. They were like, can you come over? And I was like, no, I can't do that. But yeah, no, they were like, who do you like? And I was telling them, they were like, which era do you have? I was like, whatever one Michelle's in. Team Michelle.
Yeah. Team Michelle.
And they were like, fuck Michelle. I was like, no, you guys don't know Michelle. That's my girl.
You had to show the DMs and be like, look, we're tight with these people.
I was like, that's my girl. Don't ever say anything bad about her. Also, Devin's an icon. And so is Olivia. So don't talk about these people poorly.
Who did they like?
They were talking about like that they were indifferent on Tori. They were like going back and forth about Tori. It was interesting though. They kind of all were saying they think Era 3 is the one that's going to win.
I don't know.
I was just like, I don't know. I think Era 1's out just age-wise. Although CT can CT his way through anything, honestly. So who knows?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I actually don't believe that the newest Era will win just because they're new. I think it's between 2 and 3.
Yeah. Okay. Wow. What an interesting situation you had there. What a great in the wild moment.
Never have I ever. And oh my God, was I so excited. I was literally, Stephen, I went into this party and I was like, I'm going to try what Stephen does and get one drink and leave. That sent me to 3. I sat with these people and I
See?
knew
you
none
went
of
in with
them.
the game plan of one drink and look how your life changed.
But no, because I still didn't accomplish it because it's not a thing. It's not a real thing. It's not a thing that I can do. It will never be a thing that I can do. I did not make it through.
But you went with the game plan of just having one drink.
Because I'm just mind blown that that's a thing that people can do. And clearly I can't. It proved my point.
This is the reward that you got for it.
It's not a reward. I still drank too much.
But you got some new challenge friends. And we have maybe 5 new listeners.
Yeah. Shouts out. Hey, guys.
What's up? Welcome to the Mad One.
Yeah, they couldn't believe it. They were like, do you know CT? I was like, no, but I do know Wes. And they were like, Wes? Oh, my God. Just
Here's
crazy.
our messages with Mr. TJ, the handler.
Yeah, I didn't even drop that I knew that Mr. Handler, man.
Mr. Handler, they would have been fucking spiraling if you.
It was crazy though. It made me feel very good for this new season that like people are at a party having a conversation about it because everybody's talking about Perfect Match and the DCC show.
Yeah, the cheerleader show, which
check it out,
oddly enough
great.
Has been a show for a very long time, and then it goes to Netflix, and people are like, "Oh."
Well, no, it was on MTV for a while, and then it got canceled. And then
I think it was CMT.
I know it was originally on MTV, I think.
Oh.
I remember watching it as a kid. I loved it. And then it was funny because in the Netflix show they talk about that the reason they did that show was because they were running out of money. But of course, don't pay the cheerleaders. Just put them on a reality show and then give the money to the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah. I'm looking it up. Yeah, CMT.
Was it CMT? Okay.
It was CMT from 2006 to 2021.
Yeah.
They did. Oh my God.
Yeah.
A lot of seasons.
These girls see none of this money too. I want to say that for the record.
I mean, obviously they don't see any of this money. I mean,
hilarious.
That goes without saying. All right, back to season 40.
Yes,
now that you made some new challenge friends. I'm excited for what we have.
Yes.
I'm very excited. Now, I want to talk about 2 things here first.
Mm-hmm.
Number 1, a very specific line in this press release, which we did not get on the 24th, says the path to glory is far from easy, as they first must compete at the Era Invitational.
Love it.
And eliminate the weakest links from their own era.
Love it.
For only the best will earn a coveted spot on their team.
I was thrilled when you told me this because the cast list came out and I was like,
let's hear it.
There are too many motherfucking people on the motherfucking show.
40 people. So there are 10 on each team, obviously, because we math.
Yeah, how much do you think they'll cut it to?
That was going to be my question to you. Do you think they cut 2 guys, 2 girls and continue from there, or 1 guy, 1 girl and go from there? Because then that gives you 8. 8 times 4.
32.
There you go.
Sorry. I was thinking about the first question.
Okay.
Can't multitask like that. But this is the flagship, and then don't they do like 30 fucking episodes? So I feel like it's going to be 1 guy, 1 girl.
I think it'll be 1 guy, 1 girl will be eliminated at the beginning.
Just based on the maths?
Maths, which we do here. We math, we journalism. Mm-hmm. Those are the 2 big things that we do.
Yep.
In case you're just joining us. For our new friends who Mixie met at a party here in California, we maths and we journalism.
Mm-hmm.
All the time. Just it's what we're known for here.
We don't make things up.
Never have we made anything up, ever.
Or stated something as a fact when it's not a fact, like the Dallas Cowboys cheerleader show was on MTV.
Yeah, we don't do that either because we journalism. So that's why I had to fact check you. You know, we're fact checking. Yes.
Yep.
So I think they could go eliminate 2 people early and then keep going from there.
Yeah.
I do not want to guess who goes home early. I'm not going to do that.
Okay.
I think we can do that at a later date.
Would we maybe do a little bit of passing or smashing?
Everybody's been asking for it already. They're expecting it now.
Yeah, sorry.
It's not happening this week. Sorry.
There is a lot to get through, though, so we kind of need to make a game plan on that.
Yes.
We will do it, though, and I'm super excited to do it because the photos!
Woo! There are some questionable decisions, and even Greaseback Bun Babe last night had a TikTok about her image. And so it's just another clarification that everyone listens to the number one, whether they're on the show or they're not. We influence America. So we math, we journalism, and we influence.
Well, the first one I went to see was Michelle, because Michelle's like, all of my pictures are always bad, and she's consistent.
Not a great look. We're not going to spoil any of it.
No.
But there are some really bad
teasers, little teasers, little tasty
There's some
treats.
really bad ones. So I don't know how that's going to go. We're thinking maybe an episode per era. Maybe.
I would give us more time to really dig into it.
Yes. And then you're like, oh my God. Like, what? I can't wait for the next one. We're not just going to like FX you 10 episodes of The Bear to watch over the weekend.
It would be probably like a 4-hour podcast if we did all of them in one go.
Can't do that. We're not going to do that. We need to like be able to have the energy to do that for you.
This is a prized episode for The Right Reality. We love doing it. You guys love doing it. Red loves it too. Can't wait to see his.
My guy Red.
We need to make sure that we're giving it our all.
Yes, because honestly, I think it is the highest downloaded episode every year.
If all you guys want me to do is judge people and their photography, I am happy to do that. You just let me know.
We'll just smash or pass every television show
ever, and then never talk about the show.
That's it. What's that new show coming out? Oh, 90 Day Fiancé season 87. Smash or pass. Here you go.
That would be a good one to smash or pass for.
Oh my goodness. Okay, here's the other thing I want to discuss.
Yes.
I want to say this cast is nearly flawless. And I don't know the last time we've said that.
Mm-hmm.
Clearly, they've been working on this for a while.
Yeah.
Coming up with the right ideas. Nearly flawless.
I am so scared to say that it's the right ideas, though, because like it's all set up to be so good. This could be so good, and there's this little light at the end of the tunnel, and I'm like, they're gonna do a good season, start to finish. I know it's not gonna happen, though.
It could. I want it desperately, but sometimes we just know better.
We just fly too close to the sun,
and I don't want that to be this time, but. It could be, okay? And I want to celebrate this cast. I want to celebrate it.
Yes.
But people don't want to hear celebration. They want to hear what your hot takes are.
Yeah.
And therefore, I have to say there are 2 misses from the cast.
Okay.
And obviously, one is very obvious. It's Wes.
Yep.
This show would be perfection if Wes was on.
Yep.
He retired, and I think he had to keep his word with the new baby at home, who was freshly born, I think, at this time.
Yeah, I mean, with the timeline, which we love, I do think that this was probably very close after when he said he was retiring.
I agree with you, and when the baby was born,
yes.
So that was going to be impossible, and so I understand that. But if we're fantasy booking this show, that would have been the one.
Yeah.
Now, the other one, to me, that is sus. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at the press release, and in the press release, it shows you, here's Era 1, here's Era 2, Era 3, Era 4. And next to the names, it says Tina, 8 challenges. Katie, 11 challenges. Anissa, 17 challenges.
The pause we both gave.
Brad, 13. Derek, 13. Mark, 8. Rachel, 8. CT, 19. Darrell, 14. Jody, 5. And then all the wins next to them. Oddly enough, the only person on that list without wins, Tina and Anissa.
Weird.
And hold on. I just thought of something.
Oh, share it with the class.
I just thought of something so potentially exciting.
I think would be really fun is if we pick an episode we think Anissa's going to fake an injury during. Episode 1.
Episode 0. It's on that same lines, Mixie.
Oh, of course it is.
What if she's eliminated in the Battle of the Eras before it even gets started?
That honestly would make the most sense.
They're just like, Anissa, you and Tina battle each other out.
Can they just like pick? Can they just collectively all be like, nah?
Can you imagine? Can you imagine if Mark, Long, Derek, Rachel, CT, Jarrell all look at each other and they go, hey, so you're going to have to go on elimination against somebody because we don't think you can do this.
Yeah.
She's like, what are you talking about? And they're like, well, we need to explain.
We all know what we're talking about. I think we can
You've done 17 of these. And there was a 0 next to your name in terms of the wins. Some of these were easier than others. Anywho, I continued down the list, and it goes into Era 2. Oddly enough, in the press release, it says the seasons that they're considered from.
Mm-hmm.
So we get to Season 2, or Era 2. Aviv, who I kind of forgot was a human being.
I watched that season with her and Jarrell. They won, didn't they?
Well, she's done one season, Mixie. She did one season, which was Fresh Meat.
Yeah.
Okay? And she won with Jarrell.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm looking at everybody else. 5, 7, 23, 7, 7, 1, 6, 15, 8, 3. 3 is Emily. She gets a pass. Next era, 9, 7, 13, 10, 4, 7, 3, 7, 10, 9, 4, 3, 5, 4, 2. This is the last one.
Yeah, well, then they're the newest era, so it's going to be lower.
Right. I don't think Aviv was supposed to be on this show. I'm just saying it. I think something happened last minute.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody couldn't make it.
I think that it was supposed to be Ashley. I'm shocked.
Oh.
That's my one miss on this is Ashley. I think she would have been a fantastic addition.
I agree. I think the reason she's not there is because they cast Josh and
I forgot about that whole thing.
Officially,
what
may have been said, but not would have been said.
I would argue Josh is a miss, but
Yeah. So here are the 2 people I thought it could have been. And both fit the timeline of season 11 to season 20.
Okay.
One kind of along the same lines, and I think they discussed it, and I think they basically said, we can't do this, would have been Camilla.
Oh.
But then she had her thing,
Yep.
multiple things, and I don't think they can do that.
Mm-hmm.
The other one that I was heavily leaning on was Sarah Rice.
Oh, that would have been so good.
We would have had Sarah Rice back on the challenge on a team with bananas. Let me read off the women that would have been on this team. Kellyanne, Sarah Rice, Laurel, Car Maria, and Emily.
Yeah, that's insane.
I have to know who that person was.
Oh, I just had 2 more pop in my head, but I think they're era 1. Coral?
Yeah, probably. She would be in era 1, yeah.
Evelyn. Evelyn would have been sick.
I think she was also in that kind of batch of who they could get. I think they were putting their eggs in the basket of Evelyn and Sarah Rice.
Yeah.
And they both said no, and they needed another woman from that time.
I liked Aviv. She's fine. There's nothing that like stood out about her as like good or bad. And coming in, doing one season and winning and then disappearing is kind of sick. So
it is a pretty alpha move if you think about it. You know what I mean?
Do it once. I'm good. I won. Yeah. Bye. I bet she got a sick flip phone from it.
Yeah. Here's the thing. The men of that era, I'm not banking on to do well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, yeah. I mean, Bananas has good social games, so maybe. I'm thinking Era 3. Personally, my money's on Era 3. I think they've got a good mix of athleticism, like
just
puzzle
say you
smarts.
like Era 3 because Tony Raines is on this season.
And Devin. And Jordan.
Woo.
I don't even know the women. Like, off the top of my head, I don't think I know any of the women that's in that.
Tori, Amanda, Johnny, Naya, Avery are the ladies of that.
Okay. I can see Avery going early.
She might not make it into the show.
That's what I'm saying.
From what we're seeing. So
my money's on
who
that.
The hell
Maybe
knows
when we do the Smasher Pass, we should pick who we think. I think we already said that already. I'm sorry.
Okay. I think we're going to do that. And then also what I think we should do is we should, at the end of the final episode of Smasher Pass, we will do like Smash an Era.
Okay. We only get one era to smash? That's tough.
You can only pick one era.
I like it.
Smashing. Right?
The era of the rats. Yeah. Who gets our rat era?
Ooh, rat era. Rat era. Oh my goodness. There are some options. I'm looking.
I know. That's a tough
at the
pick
list right now. Oh my god.
Because we didn't even talk about Era 4. I mean, we're just so used to those people, but they're hot other than
Pauly, Theo,
Josh.
Greaseback Bun Babe, Michelle, Horacio, Olivia, Josh, Nerese, Jenny, and Kyland.
And Theo.
I thought I said Theo. Sorry.
Oh, you might have. I don't know.
Yeah. That is the era. Now, here's the thing, and we'll discuss this at the time. If you smash an era, you could have a hard pass within that era. You still have to smash.
I mean, I'm going to have to think on this for sure. I'm glad we're discussing this now. This is going to take some calculation. Can I cuck one of them?
I mean, you're picking Era 3. I don't even know why we're insinuating that you would not give all the rats to Era 3. You just said it.
I mean, it's probably Era 3.
Devin, Jordan, and Tony Raines?
And
Leroy? I mean...
Cara?
Change your mind.
Oh, no, Cara's not in that one. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I am personally excited because there's some alleged love stories coming out of the season as well. I think that they're pretty public on social media, but I won't spoil it for you guys. There's 2 that I just cannot wait to see how this shit unfolds. Also, aren't like 5 of Jordan's exes on this show?
I believe so, but I think that depends on what you consider an ex. Flames, hookups, you know what I mean?
I saw a graphic for it and I was like, John A was on there. I was like, what the fuck?
I did think that happened. That happened early days.
I would have never put money on that. But I'm excited for like the dynamic between all of these people. The house is going to be insane. I just really hope that they give us like more partying and fun and like house stuff. Because I know that they tend to cut that shit out, which is like, stop.
I mean, I can see them doing like leaning heavily into nostalgia like they did for All Stars, but also like leaning into a little bit of comedy, like where Era 4 is up and partying and then they cut to Era 1 all in the bed with like sleep mask and like headphones on, right?
Yeah.
Brushing their teeth and reading a book or something like that, right?
100% that shit.
Tina giving lines like, these kids, like, I feel like I'm a mom in here or something. Let's lean into that. I don't need it to be heavily dramatic all the way through. But yes, that's our early preview excitement levels of season 40. Okay,
Pumped.
We have 2 bits of advice we're going to finish this episode with. You can always send us advice if you need your questions answered. It can be silly advice. It could be silly advice that is still very important, like this first one. So this first one basically reads, do I get 2 different 6-inch sandwiches, or do I get 1 foot-long sandwich?
Oh,
The footlong sandwich would be an Italian sub.
Obviously.
Because we need some information about that. So the footlong would be an Italian.
Yeah.
Which is what the place is known for, allegedly.
Mm-hmm.
Or the 2 6-inch sandwiches would be a cheesesteak and an Italian.
Ooh.
Now, I followed up for more info from Nevin, who DM'd us, and I said, would this be for one sitting? And the answer was yes. So, which is very important.
You're right. I'm glad you got this information.
Thank you. So
Journalism.
What are your thoughts going into this?
My thoughts originally was get 2 6-inches, have one for lunch, and then have one later, like as a in between lunch and dinner or for dinner, depending on hunger levels. But if we're doing this all in one sitting,
yes,
I think I'm going to go with a footlong.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I don't know if I could the flavor profiles are too different to be going back to back with.
Like, am I going to bounce between the sandwiches? Am I going to go Italian first and then go into the cheesesteak?
Yeah, well, yeah.
Bounce it like a bite here, a bite there?
That's psychopath behavior.
That is, if I saw someone who had 2 different 6-inch sandwiches sitting down and taking a bite out of a cheesesteak, chew, Diet Coke, and then went for an Italian sandwich, I would run so far away from that person.
Yeah, that is not good. I had about 3 things that came to my brain that I can't say.
The first thing I'm going to recommend, Evan, if you're doing this, this has to be in the comfort of your own home. You cannot show anyone how unhinged you are by sitting down at a Subway sandwiches or wherever this place is.
Dude, or going back to your office. Imagine going back to the office with it.
That would come up on your review.
I think so too. That would be a ding against a raise at the end of the year. Be like, I really liked your work, but you came in that one day with 2 completely different sandwiches and we're going in between them, and it was unsettling.
Yeah, Nevin's in a meeting trying to pitch a new idea to the company, and they're like, yeah, we can't take anything you say seriously.
We don't trust your judgment, actually.
We saw you switch between a cheesesteak and an Italian, and that's never been done before.
I will say, though, those are both very good choices.
And I think this is why the question is what the question is.
Yeah. I mean, it's a tough decision, but I would say just to keep everything simple and easy and you're sitting in one time, you get that footlong.
I have to agree. Not that I would also think about that, but you know what? That idea has never crossed my mind, ever. What am I going to pick between? I've never gone, well, I can do 1 6-inch of this and 1 6-inch of that. That idea has never come across my mind. Mm-hmm. And honestly, I'm kind of surprised I've never thought about that.
Yeah. Honestly, shouts out to him for thinking outside of the box. However, you shouldn't do that. You should just get the footlong.
Just get the footlong, please. Okay.
Hope that helped.
I realized that you asked this a few days ago, but hopefully you already made the right plan.
Yeah, let us know what you decided.
So this next question was sent to therightrealitypod@gmail.com, where you can submit more advice. And it reads as follows. I'm just making sure I have it here. There we go. Okay. My coworker plays music at work on a speaker for the office. This sounds oddly familiar. Sometimes they swap off, but the issue is they play the same songs all the time. The music is okay, but when I hear Creed and Lifehouse every other day, it starts to suck the life out of me. When I asked the coworker, they claimed that they just put on a random playlist. Mixie has left the chair. There is no way these same songs are on a random playlist every day. There is no way that these same songs are on a random playlist every day. What should I do? I want to confront them again, but they can be very prickly and defensive about things like this. Signed cordially, Sam B. Sam B.
Fuck you.
You have any advice?
Hi, Sam. Totally a real person. Always has been, always will be. I walked away at a certain point because you kind of sound annoying. And like you really had to like say a lot to just that could have been a sentence or two, you know those people that are like
just reading an email.
Well, no, I'm giving him advice for himself personally as well.
Got it.
Really make sure I touch all bases. Those people that are like, let's hop on a call, and then it could have been an email. That seems like your kind of vibe. I really kind of blacked out during it, but I heard a complaint about Creed being played too much, and to be honest with you, that's not possible. So that's weird that you think that can happen. I think what I would suggest is your coworker, the next time they're in, just plays Creed, Arms Wide Open, on repeat for 8 hours straight. And then they can understand what real music is. And they'll be in a better place. I think that might be a good place to start. On the flip side of that, maybe, Sam, consider that there are a ton of people in the office, and when the person that tends to DJ all of the time continuously asks for other people to DJ and they don't want to do it, and maybe that person that is DJing is doing 80,000 other things, so they just hit a playlist and hit play, and they aren't even listening to it. So maybe, why don't you, Sam, suggest maybe go, I don't know, to the back, or wherever these people are where they're playing music.
I don't think that was in the email.
Well, I don't know, the front, the back, wherever. Maybe wherever they're at, they could play their own music.
Okay.
That's an idea, too. There's also headphones exist.
Yeah, I listen, that's very true.
What are your thoughts on this, Stephen? I'm so curious.
First, I don't know where the speaker is in relation to it. So is it playing for the entire office? Is it on the other side of a wall where you don't hear the full song? You hear like muffled versions of it?
I feel like it's probably that one.
Yeah, muffled versions.
Let's go with that. Let's just stab in the dark, assume that's it.
Still very clearly can hear the songs.
Well, if it's through a wall, then you really can't clearly hear the songs.
Well, I'm just spitballing here for Sam. And then one where they said they claim that they play a random playlist. It has to be the same couple playlists, I'm assuming, because I don't think Creed and Lifehouse are on every playlist. Spotify, I'm assuming this is Spotify.
I don't know why you
has
assume that.
Hundreds of thousands of playlists, unless, which could very well be true, they are a shill for Creed, and they're just putting them on every playlist so they make money.
I see no problem with that.
Could be something that's happening. Yeah. I mean, the headphone thing, like sometimes you don't need to listen to music all the time. Some people aren't like music people all the time.
Then just,
and when they want to listen to music, they want to listen to something that they like. And it's like not the same song on repeat. I'm the type of guy, unless I'm in love with the song, I'm not like repeating it a lot. Like I'll play it like 4 or 5 times in a row if I really like it when I'm at home. And then that's it. I'm not like in the car, I want to hear the same songs. I'm a big radio guy in the car where I would literally just flip through all of the channels. And a lot of the stuff I listen to in the car
Old school.
Is like talk stuff or like 90s on 9, Pop 2K, like unless I really like a song, I'm usually just flipping until I get to like a talk thing. So yeah. That's my advice, Sam. Take it for what you want. So.
I think Sam needs to look inwards. Maybe Sam's the problem.
That's the advice for Sam from Mixie. Take it for what you want.
And Sam is not Stephen.
Sam B. And
Sam B is not trying to use the podcast to take a direct shot at me, because that would be fucked up.
Never.
Never. No.
Okay. All right, guys. We'll see you when we see you. I think the next episode will be Smash or Pass. So
yeah.
We'll see you later. Okay, we love you.
Love you. Bye.